And welcome to the 2008 Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series, America's largest off-road racing series for motorcycles and ATVs. Today, Racer TV takes you to the sands of Melbourne, Florida for some four-wheeled ATV action. Jason Wagon, your host, alongside our new pit reporter for this season, Hannah Reed. And Hannah, you've been down in the pits, and it's a whole new world down there. Lots more factory support than we've ever seen for ATV racing.
Oh yeah, you know, we got KTM, Suzuki, and Can-Am all stepping up and signing on factory riders, so there's going to be crazy competition.
Yeah, and that's what these guys have been looking for. They've been putting in the hard work, and this year they get the payoff with the support. But the results today could be a mixed bag. They're all used to racing in the woods, rocks, mud, sand, maybe not their specialty.
Right, you know, a lot of guys, some guys come down here and they train hard. Other guys, they're going to get through it and hope for the best in Georgia when they get back into the woods.
We'll be here to check out all the action today. I'll be up in the booth. Hannah will be down in the pits. But we got to get down to the start right now because we're about to go GNCC racing.
On the starting line, a lot of pressure on this man. Chris Borich has come in second in this championship tour 3 straight years. Now switching over to the Suzuki to try to win this thing. A lot of riders on new brands. Chris Jensen at Can-Am. Johnny Gallagher at Yamaha, our rookie Brandon Summers has moved up. William Yoakley switching to Honda. Only one thing really has remained the same, and that is Bill Balance, still at the #1 plate and still on the factory Yamaha. So a lot of drama and intrigue. How will the new machines perform? The KTMs, the Can-Ams. How will these new machines adapt? Will Chris Borich be able to run the same speed he generally has in Florida on his all-new mount? We're going to find out. The 2008 season is underway, and we're charging into Turn 1 here at the Triton GNCC. And it is Brian Cook on the outside. Oh, I thought he was going to have it, but Balance shuts him down. And Bill Balance, your first ITP Whole Shot Award winner of the season. Now one of those KTMs tucking in behind him. That's Taylor Kaiser from right here in Florida, with Brian Cook right behind him, and the season's underway. And that's the trouble. If you get the bad start, you're going to be eating sand all day long. So Balance out front like always. Will 2008 be any different than the previous 7 years? We will see. Kaiser and Cook back to second and third, but you see Balance already making moves. Here is Borich, a lot of intrigue. A very high-profile signing. Suzuki has brought in the full factory rockstar effort to back Borich trying to win this championship. He's in fourth right now. Andy Lagston's and these boys coming through. There's Summers, who was your XC2 Pro-Am champ last year. He is now a rookie in the pro class. A lot of expectations on him, but nothing like the expectations on this man.
To win 8 championships and reset the record and all that stuff, it was pretty awesome. I was able to just relax and lay back and kind of take it all in, and just come into this season right here, you know, a lot more relaxed and focused on what I need to do. No nerves this time, no more pressure. It's just I'm going to try to go out and race and have a good time, have fun while I'm out there, and who knows, maybe it'll even help me while I'm on the track. Oh, I think, you know, it's awesome that the teams are coming into the sport like this and so many different factories getting involved. But I think maybe that could play into my advantage a little bit. I mean, the support's good, and we need it in the sport. And for the sport to grow, that's what we need. But we've been on this Yamaha now for 4 or 5 years, and a lot of people on new equipment. Doesn't really matter what kind of support you've got behind you. It takes a while to figure out some new things sometimes and work out the glitches. So, you know, maybe that'll help us out a little bit this year too.
Well, Balance, we'll see how serious he is this year. Made a lot of jokes before the season began that he wasn't training, wasn't testing at all. But I have a hard time believing that he's going to abandon the program that made him a legend. Top 4 are battling close as we go through the pits here on lap 1. Borich has caught the leaders. Let's check in with the veteran, William Yoakley.
Thanks, Jason. I'm here with William Yoakley, member of the National Guard Honda team. William, you changed from a Kawasaki to Honda this year. Are you feeling that the Honda is more prepared and better equipped for the off-road racing?
Well, yeah. Well, the reason we chose the Hondas is because they've been out since 2004. There's not really any hidden things in them. You know, we don't have to have any work out any bugs about the bikes, and a lot of people's had a lot of success on them. I'm not really Honda supported this year, but you know, we like I said, I made the call on the bikes because they've been out for a long time, and it's a comfortable machine. I've rode Hondas in the past, and I feel confident about it. They make a great product, and with the National Guard support, you know, we were able to make that move, and so I'm pretty excited about it. It feels good. We've been doing a lot of riding and training, and you know, the Kawasaki was a good bike, but I feel like the Honda's going to work a little better for us. We're working real hard at it, and I've been at racing for a long time, and I'm pretty much not settling for nothing but the top. We're on a great training program, working with the guy, you know, from Moto Pro Training. Mark Spataro, which is working with myself and Mark Notman, and our fitness levels are at an all-time high, and The bikes are there. The bikes are working. Everything's proven. And like I said, I'm good to go, and I think he's good to go. We're just going to go make it happen.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Back to the action here. Kaiser is now taking the lead from Balance, and Boric has displaced Cook. So we've got changes as we complete this lap, and that's what it's all about in GNCC racing. 2 hours, we're going to battle on this sand, and things are going to change a lot throughout the day. We're just getting started. Stay tuned. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com. Welcome back to the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. What makes this tour interesting is a lot more than just pro racing. We have hundreds of amateurs that line up every weekend. There's a special race in the morning that lets a wide variety of classes be their own GNCC superstars. You got the women's class out there. Here are your utility classes battling it out. Your first-year racers, your novice riders, some of the younger schoolboy classes, and they all get to do battle. Now, Tracy Checo, is the rider to beat usually in the morning races. She's won the last few women's titles, and they can generally win the overalls. But you got the 4x4 riders like Scott Kilby in the open class, Michael Swift in the limited class, and Cliff Beasley in the lights class to contend with. And the 4x4s of the women are often an equal matchup. Of course, you see Checo leading the way early here. The women's machines, the 450s, a little bit lighter than the 4x4s. They might have an advantage today in the high-speed sand of Florida. Here's Rick Checo. He was the open 4x4 champ last year, now moved to the utility unlimited division. Here are some of our novice riders rolling on through. Michael Swift, the dominator of the limited class on the 207 Warner Can-Am. Some riders in hot pursuit of him. And what you got to watch for here, different conditions every weekend favor the different machines. Once we get to the mud and the rocks and the hills, the 4x4s will have the advantage. Here's our super senior 50-plus class coming through. Mike Penland, one of the veterans, 12-time champion of the utility class. So a lot of talent, a lot of drama and intrigue. But when it was said and done, it was Angel Atwell. She takes down Tracy Checo and wins the overall in the morning. It's going to be a great season-long battle, I predict, between Checo and Atwell. And that rivalry has been building the last few years. Now back to our afternoon race. Let's check in with Chris Boric.
Suzuki stepped up, finally got a good offer, and I thought the bike was going to be the one for me, so that's why I went with Suzuki Rockstar, the Yoshimura MSR Pro Taper deal, and it's been awesome so far. Just been working hard, been down here 3 months, and just trying to get this Suzuki dialed in. Finally got my own mechanic. He's been helping me out for a couple years now. John Rowlands got on board now, and just helps out that Suzuki finally steps in, and we can just do what we want to do now instead of worrying about going out and buying bikes. Suzuki's helping us out with everything. I mean, it's a full-blown deal, so it just helps out me just going to the line and knowing that they're behind me 100% and try to come out here and win.
Well, Boric, the Pennsylvania kid, has had a lot of success here in the sand of Florida before he actually has a house down here so he can train in the offseason. And it's paying off right now, going after Taylor Kaiser, who lives down here. They're battling for the lead. Then you got Cook coming through in third. Balance back to fourth. Maybe he has not been taking it so seriously this year. Here's one rider I know who's having fun. Adam McGill loves his new KTM, and he's always fun to talk to.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what this KTM will do. I'm telling you, this thing will eat on the start. This thing's a monster. The 525, the torque is insane. You know, we got FRE Enterprise, we got KTM backing us, Baldwin Motorsports, Olin Shocks. This thing is a monster, and I'm telling you, I couldn't ask for a better package, better bike. So, I mean, I got everything behind me. All I got to do is just get my brain and myself ready and hopefully get on the podium by the end of the day.
Well, McGill's one of the young riders switching brands, now in that brand new KTM. Another young rider has switched, now on Can-Am, Chris Bithell.
These guys from Can-Am have really been looking for a good rider, and hopefully they found the one willing to take them to the top. They got the bike that works great, and I've been training all winter. I'm just ready to go up there and do good today.
All right, we got a battle going on right now for the lead. Here we are. Kaiser with the cheers of the Florida faithful behind him, holding off Boric. So the KTM machine is in the lead here in its very first run at this level. Here is your top riders at the end of this lap. Bithell and that Can-Am is still right there. Balance trying to work his way back up, and now back onto the racetrack. And Boric has finally gotten around Kaiser. So the Suzuki man leading the KTM rider, and Cook, how about the privateer, holding tough. Oh, trouble in the pits. The Can-Am Warner Racing Team, that is Chris Jenks. It appears that they've gotten whatever the problem was fixed. He's back out there on the racetrack. Lost valuable time. Meanwhile, Borch not losing any time at all. Got the hammer down on that LTR 450 Suzuki. It looks like Kaiser may have given up the chase. Hard to figure how fast you can go here in Florida. You will get tired if you push the pace too much. Perhaps Kaiser is going to back it down. Borch now in the pits. And not much of a rush here to get in and out as quickly as possible. They are taking no chances. I think he feels confident with the lead that he has built up. And he is really checked out with it now. Now it should be a battle as Kaiser rolls in. Now don't conserve your energy too much because Cook will come get you. And you saw Cook just roll by as well, so it will be a battle. Who can get out of the pits quicker? Oh, and you hear they're yelling. They want Cook out. Oh, they almost made the pass. Not quite, but the chase continues with McGill and Balance coming next. Stay tuned. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com. Welcome back to the Can-Am GNCC Series. It's Grand National Cross Country Youth Racing we're going to check out here. We don't just have pro riders and amateur racers out here, but we have kids as young as 6 years old who get to take on a shortened, much simpler version of the full-size GNCC track. They take on the same general obstacles. They've got sand whoops and palmetto routes just like the big boys do out here. What's also interesting about these youth divisions, we have quite a few female racers that mix in with the boys and are actually quite competitive. Classes start for 70cc riders from age 6 to 11, all the way up to our super mini class for some of the fastest youth ATVs ever made. The rider to beat today is Jerry Welch. It was a close battle all day long between Welch and the old redhead Seth Mumford, but Welch is going to come out on top.
I feel great. This is a perfect track for me, and I just love the sand.
Welch tops Mumford. Austin Finley takes third, and those kids are going to be battling all year long. We look forward to bringing you the highlights. How about Brian Cook on the Team Excel Motorsports Honda? He has now gotten around Kaiser, and it looked like Cook was closing in and ready to make a move, and that move has now paid off. He's pulling away, a little less pressure. McGill, the other KTM rider, is right there in the hunt. We have some other riders in the other classes coming through. Hey, run what you brung as far as jerseys go. And Bill Balance, what is the trouble today for Balance? He got the whole shot. He was out front, and now just running inside the top 5. A bit of a surprise from our champ. Bithell still running toward the front. And here's Brandon Summers. Some intrigue for him. He is a rookie in this class, but he won the class beneath the Pro Division XC2 last year. We'll see how Summers does. We've got the veteran Yoakley now in that National Guard Honda, and another veteran, the XCBob.com Honda ride of Matt Smiley. Some other riders come through here. The rider that's really impressing me right now is Cook. You know, the beginning of the year, everyone was talking about riders like Borich and McGill and Bithell and Balance. Some of them were switching teams, switching brands. Cook here in second, stuck with his program. He and his friend Santo DeRisi run the Team Excel Motorsports squad. They stuck with the old Hondas. They're full privateers. Today, Cook is beating all but one racer on this track. There's Kaiser in the number 3 position, and Balance still in 4th with pressure now from McGill. McGill beginning to close the gap. Let's check in with Chris Jenks.
Yeah, the whole deal with having a factory sport behind me this year, it's took a lot of pressure off me in the garage. Being on the phone, dealing with getting the parts, just getting to the track. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can do what I need to do, which is focus on riding. Having the great guys behind me with Can-Am, Warner, Fox, Shock, so on. They're a great company to have with me, and it makes my life a lot easier. Hey, yeah, since I found I was going to ride for Warner Can-Am last year, we had a long winter to get through, and had to focus on training and try to get down here to Florida to get in all the training we can do. Made it down several times throughout the winter. Been riding with Bithell and having a great time with him. It's a real great opportunity for myself and my whole family with that. Really looking forward to getting down here and getting a good finish today.
Watching Cook come through here, Jenks, remember, was in the pits earlier in this race, so that's going to thwart his effort to try to put that brand new Can-Am up on the podium. But I'd say that these new machines have proven themselves as we enter the last lap. We've got Borich on that brand new Suzuki in the lead. We've got the KTMs both running in the top 5 with Kaiser and McGill. And you got Cook and Balance on old reliable equipment right there in the top 5 as well. Speaking of reliable equipment, let's check out the latest parts from Rocky Mountain. This week's Rocky Mountain ATV MC product spotlight falls on the Lex MXE slip-on silencer with mid-pipe. This fully tunable exhaust system allows the user to change from a race exhaust to a forest-friendly silencer with just 3 volts. That means you can have all the power when you want it and all the quiet when you need it. The system is engineered to improve torque and acceleration with an average increase of up to 3 horsepower. The lightweight design saves an average of 3.3 pounds over the stock exhaust. The system includes a 46mm race tip, which is AMA sound legal at 99 decibels or less. Or if you're going riding on your local trails, insert the Forest Service approved Quiet Core Spark Arrestor insert. With just 3 volts, you can bring the sound level down to 93 decibels on most models. Optional tuning exhaust tips and an optional screen type spark arrestor are also available to allow the user to further tune power and sound characteristics. Constructed of lightweight 6061 T6 aluminum with a durable 304 stainless steel head pipe, this system comes with a lifetime limited warranty. Whether you need to go faster or need to get quieter, the Lex MXE slip-on silencer with mid-pipe is your hot ticket. Retails for just $199.99 and it's available at RockyMountainATVMC.com. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com.
Well, when we come racing in the deep sand of Florida, we talk about how much the track is going to change every lap. And now that we're on the last lap, the track is basically unrecognizable from what we had earlier today. What was once a routine corner is now frame-deep ruts, and a lot of riders are getting stuck in what should be one of the easiest portions of the track. In fact, it leads them right to the finish line, where the riders are generally looking for a break and a chance to rest. But there is no place to rest on the last lap of a GNCC in Florida. It's rough, it's tough, and Chris Borch seems to be the man that's built best for it today, pulling away late in this one. A battle still raging for podium positions, but the bottom line is this. Chris Borch has shown he is focused for 2008, as he's pretty much blown everybody away here when it counts, when it got rough here in Florida.
And now back up topside, look how rough this racetrack has become. You can see a well-defined trail out there, deep ruts on the corners, and that just never lets up. There's no smooth sections. These guys are just fighting it all the way around, and each one of those bumps adds up at the end of a long 2-hour race day. Here's your battle for third. Balance on the comeback trail, and he found some new trail to try to get around Kaiser. Kaiser ran so hard early trying to run with Borch up front. I don't know how much he has left in the tank. Borch, meanwhile, is gone. The colors of the machine are different, but the result is very much the same. He has dominated in the sands of Florida many times, and he's doing it again today. And serving notice, they have that machine worked out. Here comes Cook. And you see him just fighting that quad on top of those sand whoops. These machines, 350, maybe 400 pounds, and every time you hit one of those bumps, it takes so much energy. It shows you the kind of fitness these guys have. Borch has checked out. But you know what? I think these guys battling for podiums will be happy. Cook, he'll be more than content to take second down here in the Florida sand, serving notice that he may just be on the comeback trail this year. A couple of lean years for Cook. He was definitely strong a few years ago, and how about Balance working his way back? I'm not sure what happened to the champ earlier on, but he has managed to work his way back into the top 3. He likes to win these things, though, so he's not going to be that happy about top 3. Meanwhile, the winner, no surprise, it's Chris Borch.
The Suzuki's working awesome, and I don't know, I'm glad I made the switch, and these guys are great. Dealing with Pat Alexander and all the Suzuki boys and the Yosh and Yosh MSR Rockstar, the Pro Taper team is just unbelievable, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Cook going to come through there in the number 2 position. He has got to be exhausted. What the heck happened to Bill Balance today?
Yeah, I started pacing there for a little while and trying to take it easy and save some energy. And next thing I know, I'm landing on my head. I'd caught a palmetto and went to flipping and landed on my back and knocked air out of me pretty good. So I got back up from there and lost another position or two, but wound up regrouping and being able to push pretty hard there at the end and get back up on the podium. And getting this Yamaha up here, it was working awesome out there today. I just done some wrong calculating on my part, I guess you'd say. But we started off with a good podium here and look to improve on the next round.
So Balance takes third. Borch firing the opening salvo. We might just be set up for another year of battling with the Killer Bees for this championship. What about the Privateer? Also on the podium, Brian Cook.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming back, and I think we're back kind of where we need to be and getting off to a strong start down here. It's been quite a few years, I know, since I was a rookie in the pro class, since I had to start this strong, and it's looking good and feel good about it.
Here's how it all went down today. Bill Balance grabs the first ITV Hole Shot Award of the year, with Taylor Kaiser and Brian Cook right behind. Not a good start for Chris Borich, but you see the man in yellow would soon move up in the third, and then he would battle past Taylor Kaiser to take the lead. Brian Cook stayed in the hunt all day, but he was unable to keep pace with Borich, who checked out. And Bill Balance, well, he crashed midway through, had to work his way past Kaiser to get into the number 3 position. But again, it's too little too late for everyone trying to challenge Chris Borich. Down the stretch, no answers for the new man on the Yoshimura Rockstar Suzuki team. He fires the opening shot by winning here in Florida. Can he keep it up all year long and finally land that elusive championship? Well, you'll have to stay with us for GNCC Racing all season long. For Hannah Reed, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series.